Hello everyone, welcome to the 12th SQL Tuning case study on merge join Cartesian. Now merge join Cartesian is something which we should always be avoiding because it is nothing but the cross product of all the rows of one table with all the rows of another table. So that is something which we should always avoid. Now before we start with this case study, in case if you haven't subscribed my channel, you can go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. And also please feel free to share your comments and views on this YouTube video. Now this is a select statement. Select e dot first name, comma e dot last name from employees E, comma departments T, where d dot location ID in. Now this is a subquery. Select location ID from locations where location ID is equal to 1400, and then there is a join operation between both the tables, that is the employees table and the departments table. Now if you go back to my previous case studies on subquery, now subqueries are something which in most of the cases should always be executed first, so that the result should go to the where part of the clause, and then as per the fundamental approach we should be going with the join operation. Now when I run this query, I'm getting around 5 rows, and if you see the execution plan, the rows for the employees table is 107. Okay, so this means that the query is not going with the best plan. So the output is only 5 rows, but however I am scanning unnecessarily 107 rows. Okay, and if you see there is a table accessible on the employees table, that means all the rows of the employees table are being scanned unnecessarily. So let's analyze and dig more what has went wrong with this execution plan. All right, so if you create a parent-child relationship here, third operation is the first which is going to execute, and then the fourth operation will execute, and then there will be a merge join between both the operation number 3 and operation number 4. All right, now let's see what operation number 3 is. So operation number 3 is index unique scan using this index location ID pk, and it is accessing the location table for location ID is equal to 1400. That means where location ID is equal to 1400. So this is a subquery which is going to execute, right? And this is what is expected, and this is the expected behavior with which the oracle should actually execute, and it has actually done that. And when doing so, it is expecting only one row, right? Because location ID is the primary key in the locations table, so expecting one row is the ideal scenario. Now I have scanned this one row, right? The oracle has scanned this one row. The next operation is the fourth operation. There is nothing but the table access full on the employees table, and then there is a merge join Cartesian between both of them. That means the output of this subquery, right, is going for a merge join Cartesian with the employees table. That means all the rows of the employees table. Now why a merge join Cartesian between the employees table and all the rows of the subquery? That is because there is no join condition between them, right? For example, in departments and employees, they join together using this common condition on department ID. But however, there is no join condition between the employees and the subquery, right? Or basically the locations table within the subquery, it is doing a merge join Cartesian. Ideally, what should have been done? The output of this subquery should have gone to the locations ID for the departments table. That means the output of this should filter out d.location ID in 1400, right? That means from the departments table also I'm getting only one row, and this one row should join with the employees table using the department ID column again. But instead of that, what it has done is the subquery part has joined with all the rows of that employees table, resulting in 1 into 107, that is equal to 107 rows. Now this 107 rows is doing a hash join with the fifth operation, that is nothing but the departments table using index range scan on the department location ID. That means this is the operation which is going to get executed, right? The hash join operation first. D.department ID is equal to E.department ID. That means 107 rows, instead of only one row coming here, right? All 107 rows has come here as part of the output, so that this 107 rows should be doing a join operation with the department ID of the departments table, right? So this is something which we wanted to avoid. Now how we can further improve the performance? That is by adding a basic hint. The hint should be in such a way that my subquery should execute first. The output of this subquery should go and access the departments table for the location ID, which is again going to give me only one row, right? And this one row should join with the departments table sorry, this one row should join with the employees table for the department ID column. So very basic hint, leading L so that this subquery will get executed, and then D so that this part of the where clause predicate is executed. Now let's see what will happen. Now if I put this hint which I discussed just now, leading L D, in this way the subquery will execute, right? Now this is the execution plan which is getting generated after putting the hint. And if you create a parent child relationship again, now you see there is no merge join Cartesian, right? All are in the form of a nested loops. Now fourth is the first operation. So fourth operation is nothing but accessing the location table for 1400. That means this subquery will get executed, right? And later fifth operation is going to execute, which is nothing but accessing the departments table for d dot location id is equal to 1400. That means the output of this is going inside d dot location id, and it is also expecting only one row, right? And the subquery is also expecting only one row. Now since the output of this is further going to the join operation with the employees table. Now since department id is not a primary key in the employees table, right? So that's the reason why we are expecting 10 rows for each department id in the departments table, right? So that's the reason why we are getting expected rows as 10 for the file doing a join operation with the employees table. If you see seventh, right? Seventh operation is nothing but join operation between the employees and the departments table. So in this way, we have avoided the unnecessary scans by making use of a very basic hint that is nothing but leading. So the takeaway from this SQL tuning case study is, if you're seeing a merge join Cartesian, try to avoid that by making use of tables which are joined together using some common condition, right? And you should be able to tune this query. And if there are no other join condition, or there is no common condition between two tables, then there is nothing much you can do to avoid the merge join Cartesian. For example, if I didn't had the join operation, this join condition d dot department id is equal to e dot department id, and only this part of the query was present where d dot location id in and the subquery, then there is nothing much we could have done, and it will obviously go for a merge join Cartesian with the employees table and the departments table. So I hope you like my case study, and please feel free to share your comments below, and in case of any doubts, I will try to address in the comment section itself. Thank you so much.